Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. So in this week's vlog, we are checking out the exterior of our home because it's finally finished being painted, and I wanted to share it with you guys, and it looks absolutely beautiful. We're also going to check out the exterior, so the front landscaping, go over that a little bit with you guys and share with you guys the back, and then we're also going to go over the basement. So let's go ahead and get into this week's vlog. All right, guys, so let's just get into it. As you can see, we went this time with black garage door, a black front door, and it complements the black windows. We thought that it would be a really good touch to tie in everything. I'm glad that all of the exterior has been painted, so the alcove is white now, and I absolutely love it. I think it's beautiful. I think the white, black, and the brick just complement each other very well. Again, this is a Fischer Home's Ivy floor plan, and it's the modern European is the actual exterior. So I absolutely love it. I think it looks gorgeous. I definitely love the bump out here from our son's bedroom where it has that white up against the brick, and I think it's just chef's kiss. I love this exterior. We've gotten a lot of compliments so far, so I absolutely love it. And then also we have some black black coach lights as well. Those were an upgrade, and I love them. I think everything just goes together so well. So it's beautiful. So this time around in this exterior garden, we have a larger flower bed that I cannot wait to get my hands on. Take out some of these builder grade plants and make it just beautiful. So I can't wait for that. I'm thinking I'll put a picture up for the inspiration, but some white beautiful hydrangeas and white roses just to give that modern European French garden. And a lot of it is just greens and white. So that's definitely going to be the color scheme up in front. And then some of the flowers, because there are pink azaleas that I do love, I'll transplant them somewhere else along the house. So either the side of the house or back towards the house. Over here, I have some pampas grass. I think that's going to stay because pampas grass, as it gets larger, it has white blooms. So I think that's going to be really, really pretty. This is a holly. I plan on taking that out. I had a holly last time around and it was not my friend. So definitely going to take that out. We asked for the builder to move our trees. So as you can see, this is one of our trees. We have another one on the other side of the yard, but to not place them in front of the house. Our last house, we did have one in front of the house, and as it was starting to get larger, it was blocking our exterior view. And because this house was so beautiful, I just didn't want anything to block it. So I'm glad that he was able to accommodate us and move the tree over just this much. We also have some planting over here that they do along the, if you have like an electrical box or anything. So I do love that. All of this that you see here is going to be landscaped as well in front of the detention pond. As I said, we are a corner lot. We do have a detention pond here, but it's going to be landscaped. So they're going to be doing that pretty soon. They just installed sprinklers, so it should be really pretty. And it was free landscaping. I get privacy, and I get, because we're on a corner lot, they extend all of the exterior along the side of the house, which we didn't have last time. Last time I put all of those plants and things here, so it's nice to get something free. So I do love it. We have a nice size side yard this time around. We had a huge side yard last time around as well, but this one's just a little bit more shrinked. But again, all of this here where you see this hay is going to be landscaped in, and they'll do it really soon. So it looks like they're going to be doing it probably this week. Moving down here, we do have two AC units this time around. Same as last time. It looks like they're larger than our last units. Definitely, I know this basement one is larger than we had before, but one of them is for the interior of the house. Looks like this one right here. And it has a dual system. So It is a 2-story on a finished basement, so we can run the AC upstairs without having to run the AC on the main level. So I do love that, and vice versa, or we can run it all together. And then we have a separate unit for the basement because it is a finished basement. So when you build with Fischer and do a finished basement, they do give you an additional AC unit. So moving on down here, again, keeping with that theme, I'll move those other azaleas down here. So we have like a mass planting of pink right here would be really pretty. I think when you plant something in a mass, it just gives that much of an impact, and it's beautiful. So I plan on doing that here, putting in some more evergreens and things like that, because I do have these 2 windows here that are in my kitchen. And so I do plan on, I want something beautiful I can look at. And of course, like I said, once this all comes in and gets larger, then I won't be able to see the detention pond. So I'm glad to come and see that they're working on that. So here's our backyard. We have more usable space this time around. Yes, we do have a drain here, which I'm glad, because sometimes in backyards maybe the grading might not be so well, and so it's nice to have a drain here to make sure that everything goes to where it needs to be, and make sure that this area stays dry, not soggy or anything like that. We do have some exterior trees that they planted in the back. I did not pay extra for the trees. It is a corner unit. As you're driving here, you can see a little bit into our backyard. So we plan on putting a fence. In this particular neighborhood, the fence goes on the far back side of your house. So the house is so deep, we shouldn't need that big of a fence. So we plan on putting that in sooner rather than later. And then we plan on fencing around the drain. So that's something that we decided that we're going to do. But it's usable space. It does slope down a bit, but we do plan on doing some regrading and hardscaping out here, but that'll come in time. But for the time being, it's really nice though. So we could use it. And we did do concrete underneath the deck, which we plan on using this space, more so the grass area. So here we did a 12x16 patio slab. We did do a gas line here for Matt's Blackstone that he's going to be getting as soon as we close. We also have a Traeger as well, but that runs on pellets, but for the gas line. And also when we do, if you can turn around this way, baby. When we do the backyard landscaping, and like I said, have it graded out just a little bit more and do a fire pit, primarily over there where you see those other pampas grass in that area. We plan on leveling that out a little bit more and putting a fire pit, but we have a gas line out here that we could tap, and they can just do a line underneath the grass over to the fire pit over there. So plan on doing that. And under this area, I want to screen it in, do underdecking for under here so we don't have any critters or anything like that. But I love this. The black windows under here pop with the white. Gorgeous. So I plan on screening this in, have a nice table under here, dinner, things like that in the summer. But it's beautiful. You want to turn around this baby this way and see, let them have a view underneath the deck. Like if we were sitting out here, what we would be looking at. It's so pretty. Normally we have a water view. You can see a little bit of the water through the greenery, but it's a view that keeps on giving. So in winter and fall, the water will return, but it looks so beautiful. I cannot wait. And I definitely want to get this screened in, because these bugs here in Georgia are just out of control. But one other thing I wanted to share with you guys is our basement has been carpeted. We do plan on changing it out a little bit later, but let's go ahead and take off our shoes and I'll meet you inside. So where I'm standing now is Matt's office space, a lot larger than his office last time around. We'll put a picture up on the screen so you guys can see what it looks like. He has planned this area to a T, so this will be where his TV is going to be. So he put an outlet here. He has an outlet here for his computer, things like that for work, and then a hard wire for Cat 6. He has a beautiful view, greenery and stuff. My office is upstairs, but I have a view of my neighbors, but I'm a little jealous. I don't know if he got the short end of the stick or I did, but I do love it. And this area will be enclosed at some point. We already got a quote to do a nice glass partition area over in this area. So we'll see, but that's going to take some time because moving in, other things take precedence rather than, something like this. So he, for the most part, will be the only one down here. So he doesn't necessarily need that privacy right off the bat. So we'll take care of that for him a little bit later on. But this will be his area. It's really nice. He has also a pre-wire here for a ceiling fan, chandelier, whatever he wants to do. But he really thought about this space when we went to Design Center. And also there's AC right here as well. So when he does close it in, all of that is contained in. And so he'll have AC and heat, so he'll be fine and comfortable in this area. Spanning out this way is our basement. So this basement is a little different in terms of shape than our other basement. This actually mimics upstairs. So if you're, you watched last week's video, and as you guys have been walking around with watching our build, over here would be like the fireplace. On this back wall would be like the kitchen. And then on this space would be going into the butler's pantry and things of that nature. So it's kind of mimics upstairs. But we have a wet bar rough-in right here for ice, water, refrigerator. This will and we'll put a sink, but we are partnering with a company to do a wet bar here. That's going to come sometime in June. So I can't wait. I won't say the name of the company as of yet because we're ironing out some details, but we're going to be like, unpacking and building. So we plan on doing this project. It's going to be really nice. So I've already sent them over what I would like it to look like. And then also some cabinets and things that I was familiar or liked on their particular website. So can't wait. That'll be fun. Another thing as well that I wanted to point out is over in this area, we plan on making it family game night. So we're going to do like a banquet seating here, change out this one particular light here to do some type of like chandelier in this area to really define the space compared to the other part of the basement. And then like round table so we can play dominoes, card games, board games, things like that. My dad likes to play dominoes when he comes with the kids, but he uses my main table and he likes to throw them down. So I'm like, he could do that down here. So this would be that area for that to go on. We also have a finished bathroom or a finished bedroom down here and bathroom. This bathroom, I mimicked the flooring. Again, keep in mind, it is still dirty, has not been cleaned as of yet, but I mimicked upstairs in the laundry room to have some consistency in the house. So that's the same flooring. In the shower, we did a straight stack, but just with smaller tile. And then we did a white faux marble flooring, and then same, but we did black plumbing in here. The only thing with the black plumbing I do not like, I told the lady at the design center I want the same plumbing as the rest of the house, just make it black. But for some reason, I guess I got lost in translation and she chose entirely different finishes than what we have. So we will go ahead and change that out a little bit later on, but that's when I look back at the purchase order, that's what was on it. So we'll deal with it. It's not the end of the world. So coming into this space here, this is our second guest room. I guess we can call it like the main guest room because upstairs, our daughter, Lanaya, she will be coming back to live with us for a little bit in the fall until she figures out if she's gonna go back in the dorm. We just don't have that dialed in as of right now. But this space here, we plan on turning it into a bunk room. We just wanna make sure that we do it right. So for the time being, we'll just have like two queen beds in here, probably like canopy beds, something really nice until we change it over to a bunk room. But we have this room in mind for like when we have future grandkids, that they can use this space, and it'll be really nice when they come visit Nana and Papa. So I cannot wait for this. So this is also a walk-in closet here. Probably gonna use it for Christmas storage and stuff, so I don't have to go into the other storage area that I'm gonna show you guys. But this space will be empty for now. It was gonna be Matt's office. That's why you see electrical here. And then there's also Cat 6 in here. And then we did a pre-wire for a chandelier or anything. But the room is so huge, he decided to go ahead and use that space over there rather than using this space because, like I said, we do have guests that come over and we want them to be comfortable and have a space where it gives all the feels and they don't want to go home. But I love the view out of this window. They have 2 windows opposed to 1 in our last guest room. Again, they'll have water views when they come to visit, and it'll just be really, really nice. So I plan on doing this room justice. I love how it has like this foyer area here, and I plan on putting like a little side table here or something like that. Let them know what check-in and check-out time is. So I do want to do something really cute here. I also figure like, during the holidays and stuff like that, like this room is big enough to accommodate like a Christmas tree and things like that. I love Christmas, so I cannot wait for the holidays in this space, but it's a really nice size room. So coming down this way in our basement, just to show you like ideally where you would come into, because obviously you guys wouldn't come, or guests would not come through that slider in the back. But this is the main hallway to our stairs here. I'm gonna just touch on the stairs really quick just to show you guys how the stairs are currently looking. I hate them. I don't know what happened in terms of why this is stained this color versus this railing here. We came about, I think 2 weeks ago, and the stain was similar to the stain here on the railing. But for some reason it was removed, and then we came back today and this is what we have. And so I've already messaged our field manager because this is unacceptable. It needs to be changed out. So I'm pretty sure he'll be on it. So that'll get done, but I wanted to show you guys, sometimes things just get lost in translation, but as long as you come and check on your build, make sure that things are progressing, what you chose, then they definitely can try to make those changes, you know, as soon as possible. So that's that. And in this space here, I'm just gonna walk just a little bit. It's a little dirty in here, but we plan on making this our gym space. It's a lot larger than we had last time around, and we have 2 storage spaces, so this technically could be another storage, but we plan on finishing it out and changing it into our gym. So we have space for a treadmill, you know, rower, bike, you know, free weights, things like that. So I can't wait for this space. In time, it'll probably be another year or so, but in time we'll finish this space out. But it's really nice. Let me show you another space that we have in our storage room, which is like the mechanicals of the house. So this is the other area that we have, and this has the 2 water tanks that we purchased, or it's an upgrade. Normally it comes with 1, but we did do 2, so you can get 100 gallons of hot water. And then we also have like the sump pump in here, but we have all of this space over here for storage. So we plan on putting some racks in here so we can put decor, you know, just extra things that need to be stored away, but we don't have to use the attic because we have both of these spaces. So I think this space right here would be sufficient without having to use the attic space. So that's nice. But the attic is located upstairs in the loft, and it's not in the garage this time. So that's nice too. So let me go ahead and put back on my shoes and we'll wrap it up outside. All right, guys. Well, I hope you guys had a happy Easter, and this is going to be our last vlog until we close. We are officially 16 days away. I cannot wait. It feels like it took forever to get to this point, but it's just around the corner now. So we need to start packing, getting ready, and yeah, we're going to see you guys back on May 11th, Mother's Day. And that's going to be just a wonderful gift to move in that weekend so I can wake up in my new house for Mother's Day. I can't wait. So again, thank you guys so much for tuning in this week to This Georgia Clay. Please make sure you like, subscribe, share it with your friend, and we'll see you guys on Mother's Day. Bye, guys.